The sky is indifferent. It has always been. For millennia, humanity lived in a profound, existential darkness. Our ancestors survived through constant vigilance. Their bodies finely tuned instruments built on the foundation of fight, flight, and fear. The world around them was a terrifying, beautiful, and utterly unpredictable series of events. A sudden flash of lightning that cleaved a tree in two, a seasonal flood that brought life, and then, just as quickly, death. The terrifying finality of watching a loved one's breath simply cease. To cope with this overwhelming chaos, the human mind, in its extraordinary complexity, began its greatest act of creation, the invention of explanation. The earliest concepts of divinity weren't singular, all-powerful beings. They were reflections of the immediate, tangible world. If the river provided fish, it was a river spirit demanding respect. If the sun nourished the crops, it was a sun god deserving of praise. Every mountain peak, every strong wind, every fruitful harvest was a manifestation of an accessible, if sometimes moody, personality. This was the age of polytheism. The responsibility for existence was distributed among a chaotic, vibrant chorus of deities. And these gods were, in essence, human. They were driven by very human emotions: jealousy, anger, desire, and occasional kindness. They were the world, seen through the lens of our own experience. They were reflections of us. As human societies grew, evolving from small bands into larger tribes, city-states, and eventually nations, a new need arose: the need for centralized authority and social cohesion. The fragmented council of gods, which mirrored the disunity of scattered tribes, was gradually streamlined. This intellectual and political consolidation led to the creation of monotheism, the one God. By simplifying the pantheon into a single, supreme entity, human thought achieved two incredibly powerful results. First, it created a universal code. A single divine authority could issue a unified, non-negotiable set of moral and legal rules, essential for governing large, complex populations. It was a blueprint for order. Second, it provided ultimate solace. It offered a single, overarching source of comfort and purpose. All pain, all fate, and all eventual salvation could be traced back to this one singular, all-powerful mind. It made the unbearable weight of existence feel manageable. And this wasn't an entirely new creation. The stories and ideas of older polytheistic beliefs, originally crafted to explain the mysteries of nature, like Greek myths or Egyptian cosmologies, were not discarded. They were accessed, adapted, and woven into the foundational narratives of the newer monotheistic faiths. The historical record suggests a clear lineage. Ancient polytheism informs the early structures of Judaism's monotheism, found in the Torah or Old Testament. This, in turn, serves as the foundation for the New Testament, and that is then reinterpreted and synthesized into the Quran and Hadith. The invention simply evolved. It became more efficient at organizing human behavior and mitigating our deep-seated cosmic fear. It was an upgrade to our psychological operating system. Today, regardless of the specific name, we use Allah, Jesus, Mashiach, Krishna, or any other. The core function remains psychological. These entities offer the ultimate form of personal comfort, a belief in a personalized, caring universe where an individual life, despite its brevity, has cosmic significance. The act of faith, the ritual, the prayer, these are not transmissions to some external, divine consciousness. They are complex psychological mechanisms. They trigger feelings of comfort, they reinforce group affiliation, and they provide a powerful release from existential dread. Religion is the mirror humanity holds up to itself, reflecting back the power, the morality, and the purpose we so desperately wish to see in the universe. It's a beautiful, comforting illusion. But this profound emotional mechanism has an unfortunate side effect. It creates absolute division. When a belief is built upon our deepest emotional needs for survival and solace, any challenge to that belief isn't just a disagreement. It's perceived as an existential threat. This turns the human-made concepts of divinity into a force multiplier for hatred, hostility, and separatism. The truth of one man-made entity suddenly necessitates the destruction or conversion of those who adhere to another. We invented gods to save us from the chaos of the natural world, only to create a new, far more dangerous chaos of our own making. The heavens are empty. The cosmos is silent. The struggle for meaning, the creation of sacred texts, and the establishment of divine laws were all acts performed solely here, on earth, by human minds. Until we, as a species, can acknowledge the source of these beliefs, ourselves, the cycle of conflict driven by these non-existent entities will continue. The great challenge of our time is not to look to the sky for salvation. It is to look inward, to recognize that the extraordinary capacity to define meaning, morality, and purpose has always resided not in the gods we invented, but in the architects who created them, humanity itself. We are the source of the light we seek. We're the architects of awe. Thanks for watching.